Microphone Michael Jackson, the king of pop, glory, fortune and financial empire. Houses Act 1, The Boy from Gary, Indiana, 1958 to 1968. Michael Joseph Jackson was born on August 29, 1958, in Gary, Indiana, a working-class town in the American heartland. His father, Joe Jackson, worked in a steel mill by day and played guitar at night. One day, the children accidentally broke a string on their father's guitar. Instead of punishing them, Joe Jackson decided to channel their passion into a career. In fear, sweat, and tears, the Jackson children began their musical training. Musical note Act 2, The Jackson 5 and Motown, 1969 to 1975. Michael began his professional career at age 11 within the Jackson 5, a group formed with his older brothers. The group was discovered by the head of Motown Records. Hit singles followed one after another, and tours filled their schedule. Michael, a child prodigy, sang and danced like a seasoned adult performer. Moneybag Financial Reality ***, the Jackson 5 earned money, but Joe Jackson controlled everything. Michael would later say he saw almost none of the money earned during this period. Act 3, The Solo Rise, Off the Wall and Thriller, 1979 to 1984. While remaining a member of the group, Michael launched a solo career in 1971. 5 of his solo albums rank among the best-selling albums of all time: Off the Wall, 1979, Thriller, 1982, Bad, 1987, Dangerous, 1991, and History, 1995. Thriller ***, released in 1982, changed everything. With estimated sales ranging between 65 and 108 million copies, Thriller remains the best-selling album in the history of music. Moneybag The Financial Masterstroke ***, in 1985, Michael Jackson pulled off the deal of the century. Advised by Paul McCartney himself, he spent The Financial Masterstroke, in 1985, Michael Jackson pulled off the deal of the century. Advised by Paul McCartney himself, he spent $47.5 million to acquire the ATV music catalog, which contained the rights to the Beatles songs. The value of this catalog would be multiplied nearly 100-fold in the years that followed. Castle Act 4, Neverland Ranch and Royal Spending, 1988 to 1993. His extravagant lifestyle translated into the creation of the Neverland Ranch and ostentatious acquisitions of artworks, jewelry, and collectibles. In 1993, after being accused of misconduct, he reached a private out-of-court settlement with a family that cost him over 15 million euros. Then, in 1988, he spent a fortune acquiring a 1,050-hectare ranch near Los Angeles, renamed Neverland. Chart decreasing Act 5, The Debt Spiral, 1993 to 2009. During his 2005 trial, an expert accountant testified. His finances were in complete disarray. There were serious problems with his ability to meet his debt obligations as they came due. The situation became critical. To avoid bankruptcy, the star was forced to take out a $200 million loan secured against his share of the Beatles catalog, and to surrender part of the ownership of Neverland to a real estate investment group. At the time of his death in 2009, Michael Jackson was drowning in debt exceeding $500 million. Yet he also held extraordinary assets. His portfolio included stakes in major music publishing companies, including the Beatles catalog, as well as his own immense body of work. Clapperboard Act 6, This Is It documentary, 2009, a financial phenomenon. On June 25, 2009, just weeks before the launch of This Is It, a series of 50 concerts in London meant to mark his grand comeback, Michael Jackson died of cardiac arrest. What was meant to be his comeback tour became his most profitable posthumous project. Sony Pictures paid $50 million for the cinematic rights to the rehearsal footage. The documentary This Is It, assembled from over 100 hours of recorded rehearsals, was released on October 28, 2009. With $261 million in total earnings against a $60 million budget, it became the most profitable concert documentary of all time, surpassing Michael Moore's Fahrenheit 9/11. The film grossed $195 million internationally, with Japan alone contributing $57 million of those foreign earnings. Movie Camera Act 7, the Michael biopic, 2026 breaking all records. 17 years after his death, Michael Jackson conquered Hollywood once again. The biopic Michael, directed by Antoine Fuqua and starring Michael's real-life nephew Jafar Jackson, opened to $97 million domestically and $217 million globally in its first weekend, the biggest opening in history for any biopic, smashing the record previously held by Straight Outta Compton, $60 million. The film carries a budget close to $200 million, with costs split between Lionsgate, Universal, and the Michael Jackson estate. If worldwide ticket sales surpass $700 million, as expected, Michael will rank among Lionsgate's biggest films of all time. Skull Act 8: Death, Legacy and the Financial Resurrection. The executors of the estate, John Branca and John McClane, inherited an extremely difficult situation. Over time, however, the estate settled its debts, restructured its obligations, and consolidated its standing in the music industry. Licensing deals, film projects, and strategic partnerships allowed Jackson's body of work to continue generating substantial revenue long after his death. More than 16 years after his passing, Michael Jackson's estate is estimated to be worth approximately $2 billion, and his annual earnings consistently place him among the highest-paid artists in the world. Complete financial scorecard. Element amount. Records sold, lifetime, 750M, 1 billion copies. Beatles catalog purchase, 1985, $47.5 million. Debt at time of death, 2009, plus $500 million. This is a documentary revenue $261 million, budget, $60 million. Michael biopic opening weekend $218.8 million worldwide. Michael biopic total projected $700 million plus worldwide. Estate value today $2 billion. Charitable donations during life plus $400 million. Clapperboard conclusion. Michael Jackson's story is the story of a poor child from Gary, Indiana who became the undisputed king of pop. A visionary artist and a financial genius who bought the Beatles catalog for $47.5 million and watched it grow 100-fold, but also a man consumed by his spending, his lawsuits, and his debts. His death revealed a fractured empire. Yet his estate transformed those ruins into a $2 billion fortune. And in April 2026, his biopic Michael shattered box office records worldwide, proving once again, even in death, the king still reigns. Crown. Before you leave, hit that thumbs up, drop your thoughts in the comments speech balloon, and join the team by subscribing Rocket. We're going to the top together. Fire.